Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. In our last class, we completed up to the save part, how the save API works, right? In this video, I'm going to teach about the how to view the records and update the records and delete the records. So let's here. This is the post mapping we are using to save the record. Now I'm going to get the record from the database. So we are using the post get method. If this is the post method, I'm going to get a get method. So how the API works? So Spring Boot also we having a get mapping, right? Get mapping, here get mapping, right? When the path, the same here, path equal when the request is coming, get all students, right? When the request is coming, get all student. What happen is we have to create the method public string, right? Public string, sorry, we have a list. This is a list. Okay, so we have get the record as a list. Okay, so we have to create the DTO. If it is a save the record, we have to create the save DTO. If it is a get the record, that is a DTO which is a student DTO. Here we have to get the record, right? So DTO, we have to create another DTO. What I think we have to do it here is you have to do in all the fields, right? The save DTO, so you have to copy this one. You have to go to here, you have to paste it here as well, right? Right here, what I'm going to do is here we have to import all the things, right? All the constructor, right? So here we have a all constructor and data mean the get and set method. No argue customer, no this is a parameterless constructor, this is a non-parameterless constructor. All things we have imported using the long, right? This package. I already discussed these all things in my last video. Here Lombok. Okay, if you are at this dependency, we don't need to add the get and set method. It will be take care of it. These three annotation will be take care of it. Okay, we don't need to add those. Right. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do is we have got a list. This time student DTO, right? Here when the request is coming, get all student, open and close curly bracket, get all student. The list we have to implement the class, right? Implement the class, right? Here we have write get all student. This is a method, sorry, it's a method, right? Get all student. Right now here we have write list. You have to get the records from where student DTO, right? DTO all students, right? Equal. We have to create the what are things we are going to create. We have to create the annotation. So we have to write this. We have to send it to we have service dot get all student, right? Now we have to understand this flow. Now we have sending to when the request is coming here, we have to send those requests via the service. Service will be get the records and back to our controller and give to the front end, right? So here we have to return which one we have to return all the students details, right? We have to get this all things we have to handle from the handle by the service, get the record and assign to the variable or students, and it will be written. Right now here this method is we are not so far we have to create it. So click this one, we have to create where student service. Here we have to auto where student service. Click here, you have to create the method over here, student service, right? This is the interface. What is only the implementation purpose only. So here we have to go to the implementation. So we have to add the another method because we have to implement that. But implement that this one. Click here, implement that list student get data, right? So here what I'm going to do it here is the list. First I'm going to go to first do it here list Right, list student mean this student entity, right? Okay, why are you student entities? Get student, right? Get students equal, we have to find it from where repo is a part where communicate with the database. So you have to write a student repo object, you have to call it here dot find all mean we have get all the data. So why are we have given the student, this student mean this is a entity is the repo, right? The entity is a part where it will be communicate the repo and get the data, right? Okay, so dealing with the entity, right? You have to understand what is the difference between entity and DTO. DTO is a part we have only the data passing purpose you have to. So if you get the data from the front end, it will come, data is coming via the DTO, right? The entity is communicate with the database. This is the table schema. It will be communicate with the database at the record, all the things we are doing by here. It will be passing to the repo. It will be fetch the data and add the data, edit the data. All the things will be handled by the JPA query, right? This is a query handling method, right? So here you can see now we are finding, okay, when the data get all, it's coming to the function, it goes to that repo and find all the records and assign to the variable student get students. Now after that we have to send the response via student DTO. So we have to get the student DTO, we have to get the object list student DTO list equal new array list. Right, we have to put the array list and send in the values. Right. After that, what I'm going to do is we have to write a for loop. Okay, for loop means we have the row by row. It will how many columns are there on the database. If you go to the database here, it is first column, it will be loaded. Second column and third column. What are the records are available? It will be loaded. Right. So let's go back here to where sorry IMPN. Right. So here we have to outload the records. You write a student, create the variables s object get, so to get students, right? We have to get the records, right? As a for loop, right? After that, what I'm going to for loop, you have to write here student DTO, you have to create the object student DTO equal new student DTO. Here we have tried to get the record as like this s dot get student ID comma s dot student get student name comma, this is how we have get the record s dot get student address comma dot is where's the mobile get student mobile comma dot is activate, right? That's the thing you have. These are the things you have to load from the database, right? Okay, we send the response as a DTO, but that's why you have to write like this. So we have to add this list into the DTO. So how to add it as here student DTO list dot add this DTO student DTO. That's the thing you have to write, right? Return this one student list, right? That's the thing you have to write. Okay, so you can see first you have to understand what the entity does, right? The entity which is here the repo which will be finding the record from the database and passing the get student variable. So here DTO, this is the response part. Here we have declared the DTO for the response one. Right? We have to get the answer here. How to get the answer? Then we have to put the for loop. We have to read the column row each by row the read the column row by row. After that, so we have to need a for loop. After that, we have to send it to here DTO. Okay, DTO, we have to get the DTO, create the object. Inside the object, we have to get all the data like this as a DTO, right? So DTO. Okay, so this is the student entity. Okay, the record is coming here. We get one by one student ID, name, address, and here. After they get all the data, it will be added to this DTO list. That's why it will be getting. Right here we have an entity. Right here this entity. Right. These are all the things you are getting. This one should be the object which will be the student this entity object. We get the data here after the create load. Right. Right now let's check whether it's working fine or not. Let's start the program. Right, so when the request is coming, right, you have to run the program first. If you make any changes, you have to run it, then only it will be applied. Right, now it's working. Now how to check it? This one is a post, go to student controller. This one should be the get all students. Let's back here, student, get all student. This is a get mapping, so get request, select this one. Here it's working, here it's working fine. Right, it's working fine. So when how the flow is work, when the request is coming here, get all students, it goes to the service get all student action method. So go to the service. Here this interface is only the implementation only. We have to do the action on the implementation. We have to this one, we have to implement this class. So you have a simple method, it will be handling this one and return back to the DT. This is how it's work. It's a professional way to write the codes. You have to understand that. Right. After that, what I'm going to do is we have done so far. After that, we have to do the thing is update record. Right. How to update the records. Right. Let me do the things as let's do how to update the record. Right. We will discuss. Right. So we have to do. Right. That's one. We have to do it. So we have to go to the student controller. The same method we have to copy and paste it. Here we have a this is a put mapping, right? So put mapping. When you apply here, each operation we have to do by the different methods. If you save the record, post mapping. If you get the records, get mapping. If you update the data, we are using the post mapping. So how to achieve this? We are using the request update. When the request come update, what I'm going to do is here you have to write public string update student request body. Here write student update DTO. So here also we have to write another DTO. Update DTO. Right. So now the same save the DTO methods, all things I just copied, paste it over here, the update as well. Right. So here also this one, all the things are there, copied. Right. So why I have declared 3 DTO is very easy to manage the record. Right. If you update, we have managed by separate DTO. Retrieve the record, we have a record the separate DTO, and update also maintain with the separate DTO. It's very easy to be able to do the things, right? So here when the request is coming update, it's coming the update method request, which is the DTO we have written student update DTO, right? Student DTO update DTO, right? That's the thing you have, right? After that we have to get the record here, right? Student update DTO, right? Now here you have to write, you have to pass it here. This one we have to pass it here. Student service you have to create as update, right? Update students. We have to create the function update students, right? It will be passing to here. Whereas you have to ID. Here this is also string. Same thing like our insert code, right? It will be return as this ID. You have to return here. Right. Okay, the same thing like this. This one should be the update part. Okay. What is the data coming from the front end? Same thing like this, right? If the request is coming, getting here, passing to here, it passing to the update student method in the service. After update, it passing the ID will be returned. Right now, let's create the method on via service. Click on here, it will be created. We no need to create here. Click on here one option. Here also we have to click on the things. Implement methods. Click OK. The method will be generated the updates. Right. So now here what I'm going to do is here we have to do the updation part. So first we have to check the whether these customer IDs exist or not in the database. So how to check with the existing the customer record is exists or in the database or not? We have to use in the repo. So what's the repo? Student repo dot, there is a predefined method called exist by ID. Here student update DTO dot get student ID, right? If the customer is exist, this student is exist, then we have to delete using, we have to use, sorry, update using student entity. The student get the object equal, we have to do by the repo student repo, right? Get by ID. Here we have to use the get update DTO dot get student ID, right? So after that, what I'm going to do is here you have to update the one. Another thing is what is you have to set these all things you have set it. Okay, here student dot set student name update DTO dot get student name. So the same thing, you just copy and paste it below. This one should be student name. After the set address, this also get address, student address. After that, we have to set it as a student dot get mobile. Here the set mobile. Sorry, set mobile. Set mobile. Get mobile. This one should be the set activated. So get activated. So get set activated is activate. So right is activate. There's a is activate state. Right. That's the thing you have to write. Okay. Now what I'm going to say, we have to again we have no update method. You have to write the repo. You have to call the repo student repo. You have to write the student repo here. You have to write student repo dot save. Which one I'm going to save this entity or save, right? We have to save the record, right? But if there is no any problem, you have to write the else part. Else part, you have scout. You have to write student ID not found. Student ID not found. Right. That's it. Right. That's it. Now what I'm going to do is now let's check whether it's working fine or not. It's working. Now let's check it. When the request is coming, student update the ID. Which ID? I'm going to update this ID. John 2, id number 2, right? This id we have to type here. It's a post request, right? So here we have a student name. I'm going to type here as Jill, phone number, something like that. Activate state, here we have write 0, which is a false. Let's, this one should be the put method, right? So let's check it. What is the thing is the URL wrong. What's the problem? Let's go to our controller section. When the URL is coming update, right here we have to write like this here, student, not here, you have to write here. It's coming and take care of here, student ID. Two. Like here it's working. Now let's check it the get method and it will be working or not. Student, when the get all students, student get all students get, sorry, and here this one request. Here it's working. Here it's updating perfectly well. Record is updating well. I hope you guys understood things well. Right. Now let me do the delete mapping. Let me do the delete map. How the delete mapping request works. This is also the very important part. Okay, keep in your mind, it's very important. So that's the thing, we are using the delete mapping. So you have to copy the same thing. You have to write here delete mapping. So delete mapping, when the request is coming here, delete student slash id. So here you write string, this one should be the delete student. Delete student, you have to write here, you have to write inside this, you have to write a path variable. This is the path variable, you have to get the value, right? You have to get the value. So value id, id, like this id, what's the id is coming here, this get the id, right? Get the id, right? After that you have to write in id, right? It's id. Okay, so when the request is coming, delete student, what's the id coming here, you get the id and put it here, it will be set it here. Now here you have to write this id, you have to pass it here as well. Here you have to method calling here as a delete student, delete student, right? This one should be the student service. Here also this one should be the boolean, right? If it is the record is deleted, it will be true. If it is not deleted, it is false. Here write delete student, student, right? That's it. This one you have to pass it here. That's the thing, you have to write it here. Here write the message deleted, you have to write like this, deleted, something like that. Right, now here this one we have to create this method in our, where our student service. Here also related, go here, click on this, implement the method delete student method. You have to do the thing as a delete method. Right. Here also we have to check it the same thing, let's update, same thing, you have to copy this same thing, whether the, before you delete the student, first you have to check whether the student is exist or not. Student exists, student, you have the student exists, we no need this one, we only check like this here, this id, what's the id you are coming here, the student is exist or not. If the student is exist, what you're going to do is you have to write, you have to delete the student by the repo, student repo, sorry, student repo, dot delete by id. What's the record coming here? This record. This all things, this method also reside on the repo. Okay, it's a predefinedly their repo will be there here, this JP. Okay, here for control, press control key on your keyboard and click on here. Here there is a various methods are there here. The find all by id, here all things are there. These methods, right? You have to access it here, right? That's the thing you have to write. After that, else part, you have to write it here, right? Here the else part, what you are going to do is here. Otherwise, you have to write the same message, student ID not found. Right, that's the message, right? That's the thing you have to write, right? Simple, right? Now, that's the thing is, right? Now, what I'm going to do is, we have to, again, here, right? We have to run the application, check whether it's working fine or not. If it is true, delete the record. If it is false, the record is not deleted, right? So here, let's go. If the IDs exist only, record is deleted, right? When the request is coming, let me check it. Controller, when the request is coming like this, delete, what's the ID? I want to delete the record as a John, so ID number 1. Okay, so here we have to, we don't need this all things, right? We only the 1, right? This is the delete method, so you have to delete, click send, deleted. Now again, look at this student get, you check it whether it's working fine or not. Get all students, actually by the get method, send it here. John is not there. I have deleted the John. I hope you guys you're working these things, you understand the RESTful API well. I'll see you in my next video tutorial. Thank you.